Meanwhile, in the Superman 2 reference...
This is no fantasy, no careless product of wild imagination. No, my good friend, this is simply Hollywood-bathed garbage on the spoils of an old cartoon's name brand.
I'm sensing some hostility towards my good work.
In the seeds placed before you for passionate people, you shifted them into weeds and terraformed it into something we hardly recognize. That is why the Council on Man-Children will judge appropriately.
Michael Bay, I wish I was there, but I just don't feel like it. So something was brought up to our attention, and even though we're a little late to the game, we wanted to talk to you about your interpretations. Now, I don't mind different interpretations of regular characters, but there's a few questionable things, like what's going on with Galvatron. He just looks like pointy Megatron.
Barricade was a pink and blue Micromaster, but nobody thinks of that. Nobody really cares. And now, because of you, they just think of a police car.
Yeah, but it looks rad as hell.
Yeah, he's got a point.
Yes, but I'm still mad. Also, what's with Hot Rod? Why did you ruin my childhood?
Did you even grow up with G1?
Does that matter?
Oh, lads, are we still doing this?
This man has an incredible beard. I trust him already.
Look, sure, the movies weren't perfect. We know this. Sure, Hot Rod looked like a dumbass, bulgy-eyed parrotfish. But do you really think he was out to ruin anyone's childhood? You think maybe his priorities were just in a different place? I mean, the movies maybe didn't work out exactly like we wanted them to, but they rejuvenated the brand in a big way. Is it really worth still being mad about? Was it all bad? Really?
No, but we could have had this.
Yep. Enjoy the space mirror.
I'll get you next time, Gadget. Next time.
Look, I don't actually hate everything in the Bay films. There's some good ideas, but after a while, you just get numb to the idea of constantly changing characters that you don't even recognize. I want to see a different director take the mantle and see if the classic designs could hold up a film. With Travis Knight at the helm of the Bumblebee film, those classic designs show up for a brief time, but I think it was the refresher we all needed. I really didn't expect to see Brawn, but oh, I screamed. And when Optimus Prime stormed in for the first time, we all knew we were in for a real treat. This is exactly what we wanted to see. As a bonus, this form also received a toy, which I have to thank Justin Yates for sending this out. Crazy enough, Optimus Prime doesn't transform into the Freightliner based on either the cartoon or the film Cab. We can only speculate it was either truly Optimus in the film or just another truck on the bridge. Even the Bay films got that right for a moment. But it's still a flat-nosed cab with legs on wheels. I can hear the parents sigh when they prepare for their kids to scream, "It's Optimus Prime!" This was the year of the Optimus. We got a few Generations figures, retread of an obscure line, movie molds, even a new masterpiece, and a repaint that messes with the undead. Yes, even when the arms, legs, and torso are classic in configuration, it still manages to change up how to get from point A to B. It's such a powerhouse, a stone wall that can't be torn down, to protect, but also to be used as a brick to crash Megatron's window. The cab comes together to form the red and blue father figure truck, and that silver rectangular grille that imprints on Decepticons. Windows might be a smidge small, but when the essentials are right, it puts a smile on my face. Check out the divots, painted window wipers, and smokestacks sandwiched on the back just to change things up a little. But it's still a movie figure, and you can see some robot greeblings seeping through the cracks. There's a massive gap on the back, but at least it avoids feet cargo. If it's not too much trouble, can I get some silver painted rims? Oh, that's nice. Rolls amazingly well, and you can take the weapon to store it in the back, but that's not a trailer. You can't fool me so easily, Hasbro. It's a basic 5mm port on the hitch, so you can practically use anything. Ratchet's arm thing, Jetfire's pack, you name it. Even with the smaller gap, I can throw in the Dark of the Moon trailer. You can slide it on top if you're into that, I won't judge. I have managed to slip it inside the legs. I feel they could have compressed the blaster and make great use of the emptiness. But it's only one thing we're missing out. It's like taking the pretzels out of the munchies. It's whatever, bro. Really solid, feels like a fist plowing through. You can flip up the front end, that looks like a face of nightmares. George wants his rent money. He's not too happy. You can fold down the smokestacks because I have no idea why you'd want that. Why ruin it? Just put an Autobot symbol here. That's all I'm asking. This feels right. There's a few tabs that could have worked better, but most of that isn't disrupting the play and joy of the truck. This is pure Optimus Prime right at a glance. Looks good, and I couldn't ask for more out of it. Robot mode. This is purely made to be Optimus Prime. It respects everything what the original character so many grew up and wanted to see on the big screen without changing to gray and making the little kids cry well into their adulthood with a traumatic event in front of their eyes. Not to say I hate the original film's style, actually seems to be one of the more popular redesigns, but you can tell the level of respect with his roots with the square window chest, colors of red and blue simply in the right order, and even the ventilations in the legs. Praised by blind nostalgia. As soon as Optimus Prime stormed on screen, it was a breath of fresh air, yet I get told how people need to move on from the cartoon or these designs are outdated. But look at the thing! This is your champion! You could try to paint it white and call it Magnus, black to call it Nemesis, or purple to call it Evil, but why try and fool me? The energy is his own. Now let's complain about it. I feel the outward hips should be tightened, might just be mine, and there's a bump of plastic that hits the head around the neck, making it difficult to move. While the back cleans up well, you can see the sides are sticking out, hitting the arm panels, but that just means they're more to love, and I've seen worse kibble. These shoulder panels move out of the way in and out, but during its rotation tends to hit something, but the biggest upset has to be the legs. The tabs don't form a solid connection, so things just open up, especially when the feet are flattened. It's mostly aesthetics until the back tab slides out. Then you're in trouble. And black hands, ugh. You were so close, but childhood is ruined. You also get hip skirts, a weird rotation in the arm due to transformation, and no, that circle is not another joint, it is only there to lie to you. Like in the alt mode, the smokestacks move for no reason. If you can think of any reason as to why they did this, email me at why. Check out the silver wash that brings out the detail in the abdomen, cylinders that get stuck in the legs. And what are those things? I don't know, but I'm mesmerized. There's also these little panels that fold up as a bonus something for your troubles. And the chest can open to reveal nothing. You've been hoodwinked. 2. Head is nearly perfect. I had no complaints on the original film design, but looking at this really shows how they changed up the square shape. Iconic ears, stern bold eyes, yet missing out on the cat mouth in the plate. Did someone say, articulation? Ball-jointed head, shoulders out and in, forward and back rotation below, elbow bend, wrist rotation, waist rotation, hips out and in, forward and back rotation below, knee bend, foot forward and back, and tilt. With the quality issues and quirks in mind, posability is really good, and he looks wonderful if his feet doesn't collapse on the weight of his righteousness. It's on par with the Siege line. Speaking of which, I don't think Studio Series will release Bumblebee movie versions of the majority of the characters in those Cybertron scenes, considering Siege seems to pretty much fill in the gaps. Let's take a look at the accessories. Optimus Prime comes with a very classic ion blaster stylized for the film design. Just a chunk of black plastic, but just enough for Prime to wet your whistle. Also has side pegs that can attach to the back for storage. Look, Bumblebee leaves more to be desired, but give him the Spider-Verse shoulder touch and get massive cool points. You know what? This honestly looks like the how it should have ended Optimus Prime after combining with Jetfire. Does no one else see it? I have to make it clear, I don't hate the Bay film designs overall, especially for Optimus Prime, but looking at this makes me really think about what we could have had. This works on numerous levels, and I can't think otherwise. Sure, it has its problems, but it respects the character so well from his cartoon to film representation to toy that I can't help but say they should feel proud of what they've created. This is an amazing representation of a heroic, legendary warrior in toy form. Only way he could be better is if he said the booby word. Hey, I want to say thanks to those who watched Studio Series Month. This is dedicated to Autism Acceptance Month. As someone who has autism, I felt like I was very misunderstood growing up. I felt that certain people who found out that I had autism looked at me differently as compared to when they didn't think I had autism. So this is to the people who felt misunderstood and didn't feel like they were reaching their full potential. You definitely deserve a voice. I want to send a big thanks to Justin Yates for sending out the Studio Series Bumblebee Optimus Prime. I want to send a big thanks to Larry Arts Productions for providing the voice of Optimus Prime, Mason from I Am Amazing Mason for providing the narrator voice, and I want to send a big thanks to Diamond Bolt and Theo for cameoing in this video. I thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.